Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's that time again. We are shopping my stash for new items to use. We're gonna go ahead and talk about all the products that were in here from last time. I might have finished the setting spray or moved it or whatever. I don't know what I did with it. And we'll put stuff away and then we'll go ahead and shop my stash for new items. If you like shop my stash videos, please keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And now let's go ahead and talk about all the products that were in here from last time around. I have quite a few lippies in this little package. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started with primers. I did have two primers in here. One of them was a little mini primer, and that was the Vichy 89, which I finished. And that went into my 2023 makeup empties. And then the other primer I have in here is this Muji primer. This is a UV makeup base primer. I think it's PA++ something. I got rid of the outer packaging, so I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, it is. It's SPF 27 PA++. And this is, I want to say this is the glowy one. Was this the pearl? Or no, this was not the pearl. This was just the normal one. I have used it a couple times and I really enjoy it. I like that the formula is nice and thin. It spreads easily. I'm enjoying it. I have enjoyed it and I'm going to continue to play with it. But I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of my drawer for this time. For foundations, I have three foundations in here. The first one is this L'Oreal True Match Nude. Yeah, I use this guy a crap ton. I was gonna say the S word, but we're gonna go ahead and not say it. I love this thing. It looks stunning on my skin. It's beautiful. I'm like panning it without the intent of panning it. I love this foundation, you guys. And again, the pump that's in here, I think I've said it before, didn't come with a pump. It came with a dropper. I hated the dropper, but I purchased a pump for it from Amazon a long time ago. I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out, but that's a beautiful foundation. I really like it. The same with this one. I feel like they're very similar. This is by Givenchy. This is the Prisme Libre Skincare and Glow, and I have this one in the shade N250. It's so beautiful, you guys. It blends into the skin super beautiful. It is lighter weight. I do like to use it with a brush. I do like to blend it out with a brush on my skin. I feel like a sponge sucks up too much of this product. And I guess the same thing applies for the True Match. I could do sponge or a brush for it. It's a little bit thicker consistency than this one, so it doesn't get sucked up by a beauty blender. But this one with a brush, stunning on the skin, looks so healthy, so beautiful, so glowy. Love it. And now the third foundation that I have in here is this Believe Beauty foundation. This is the Skin Finish foundation, medium to full coverage. Honestly, I use it twice since it's been in this drawer. The first time I used it, I was like, oh my gosh, why did I like this product before? It is thick. Like when you pump it out, it's a thicker formula. It's not like runny or thin formula. So you really have to shear it out. For me, I really have to shear it out because I do not like the full coverage look. I can get medium coverage of it. It works pretty well. What shade is this? I think it's beige or something, buff. So I did notice that although it looks like deeper in here, when I did use it, it was a little bit light on my skin. So I mixed it with some darkening drops, and that kind of sheared out the formula a little bit more. So it was a little bit more spreadable. I'm gonna hold on to it. I don't think I'm gonna declutter it at this point, but it's not the foundation that I would reach for, you know, for everyday use. It's just a bit much. It takes a lot of work to kind of get it to look good and not thick on my skin. But it's coming out of this drawer. Let's go ahead and talk about concealers. I did have three concealers in here, or two concealers and one kind of like a color corrector. This is by LA Girl, and this is the Pro Conceal, and this one is in the shade Peach Corrector. I like it. I like the formula of it. I like the product itself. I have no complaints. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it out, And I had two other concealers in here. One was the Prisme Libre by Givenchy. This looks so pretty on. I like, it makes my skin look super healthy. It's not glowy or illuminating by any means, but it just looks, it's not a flat out matte. It's a little bit more glowy than satin, I would say. It looks really pretty under the eye, you guys. I really like it. And then the Natasha Denona, I guess, let me tell you what shade this is. This is in the shade N250. The Natasha Denona, this is the High Glam Concealer. This is in the shade N8. This is definitely thicker. I use it on the days where I'm a little bit tanner, or like when I use the Belief Beauty with darkening drops, I did use this with it. It looks really good. I gotta be careful not to use too much, because if I do use too much of this product, it does crease under my eye. But if I use just the right amount, it looks really pretty. It's more matte than the Givenchy one. It looks more like skin, where the Givenchy one adds a little bit more like oomph, glowing, you know. That was it for concealers. Let's go ahead and talk about powders. For powders, I had these three in here. I had Décolleté, and this is in the shade 80 Glow Pink. This is so pretty. It's so pretty. I pulled out the sponge because I used it one time and I pulled out too much of this product, and man, this is now an even bigger mess. I probably should have put the sponge back as a or the powder puff back as a stopper, but I did not do that. Anyway, this is really pretty product. I don't use it, or I haven't used it to set. I have used it to brighten after setting, and it looks so beautiful. I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. Man, I got powder all over the place. And then the other two powders, I had the Urban Decay waterproof, what do they call it? The All-Nighter waterproof setting powder. This was the Urban Decay collab with Prince. Full honesty, I did not use it since it was in here. I just did not. I wanted to finish a powder that was in a project pan, and this one just didn't seem that important to reach for. I am gonna go ahead and pull it out. I don't think I want to reach for a waterproof powder at this time. Maybe, I don't know, not this time. I'm gonna pull it back, put it back into my collection. And then we have the Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder. This is in the shade Pound Cake. This looks so pretty under my eye. It sets beautifully. I personally really like the scent of it. I know it's overwhelming, but I really like it. I do like the formula. Again, the only thing I would complain about is the dang sifter in here. I feel like this is a pain, and maybe all powders are just a mess. So that's my only complaint about it. It's hard to please me when it comes down to sifters. I do have some cream products back here that are, let's talk about those actually. I have 3 cream products. Pull it out. So we had the Westman Atelier Clean Glow Trio. Don't get me started about the fact that Nordstrom put this on sale recently for $30 off almost. Anyways, I picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale. I really wanted to try both the contour and the blush, and this came with the highlight, which is the shade Nectar. So it was an added bonus. I actually really enjoyed these, you guys. The shades are just stunning. It looked so beautiful on my skin. It blended in easily. I really enjoyed it. I do love the red packaging, like really love that. And then let me go ahead and show you the blush and the highlight. The highlight was a little bit more of a glaze. It does not have too much pigmentation, which is okay. I'm not complaining about that. But I just wanted to show you. I mean, it looks really beautiful on the skin. Definitely a beautiful glowy product. It just does not have, like, you know, an intense like pink or champagne color or anything like that. It's still pretty. I love it. And then we have the blush, which is in the shade Petal. They are so pretty. If you were able to get your hands on them during whenever Nordstrom put them on sale. I know my friend Mariella, she texted and she's like, how do you like them? I'm like, I really like it. And I wouldn't pass it on for that price. So yeah, we're here. We paid, I guess, 20% off on that one during the sale. It's not too bad, but $30 off would have been better. Okay, so that was for like cream products. I do have some other cream products in here, I believe. Yeah, I do have this cream highlighter, but let's talk about bronzers. For bronzers, I had the Gucci bronzer in here, and this is in the shade 3. This is a beautiful bronzer. I love it. I love the formula. I love the package. I love everything about it, and the shade is pretty nice on me. So there was that one. The one bronzer that I used the most is this guy. This is Becca Capri Coast. I know this is no longer available, but I made sure to pick up backups whenever I had my friends help me if they went to TJ Maxx and found this guy when she was like going out of business or closing her brand. So yeah, I've made a dent. You can tell this is so pretty. I love it in the crease. Like my eye crease as transition shade. I love it as a bronzer on my skin. The glow that it has is just stunning. And the shade is beautiful. I can load it up on my skin or I can go light-handed, no problems. I did have another one, and which is kind of glowy the same way. And this is by Hourglass, but this leans a little bit more neutral tone. Hi, there's me. This is in the shade Diffused Breeze Light. Breeze? Bronze Light. I'm like, what? Where did that come from? It is more cooler tone, but it's so pretty, you guys. It just sucks into the skin. You don't, it's not like you look at my, you don't look at your face and be like, oh, I can see a layer of bronzer. It's more like, no, this is coming from within bronziness. Beautiful bronzer coming out. And then I had the Kosas bronzer in here. This is the Sun Show and the shade is Beachy. It's not for everybody. I'll just be flat out honest and tell you it's not for everybody. You would have to really like shimmery, glowy bronzers for you to enjoy this, which I do really like. So I like it quite a bit. Let's go ahead and talk about blushes. For blushes, let's start with this one. I don't know if I had this one in from last time or if I added it one of the days because it's one of my favorites and I just wanted to use it. But this is the Sicily blush and this is L'Orchid Coral, shade 3. I love it. I really want to get the other two shades at some point, but not anytime soon. So beautiful. My favorite blush. Let's talk about the Pat McGrath blush, which actually was in the drawer last time. And this is in the shade, I want to say Divine Nectar. No, Nude Venus. I think Nectar is a highlight she has. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous blush. I love the packaging. I love the embossment. And this shade was just stunning. I do like to keep it in its packaging because I have 3 of these and I like being able to see the shade names. So it's not just because the packaging is pretty. More blushes. Did I have more blushes? I know I definitely had the blush and highlight palette, and I had this. Oh yeah, I did. I had this one. I had the Hourglass blush in Euphoric Fusion. This is gorgeous, you guys. I never thought that I would reach for a mauve blush, but the gold, you know, like the baked product with it, like the lighter shade, just makes it so pretty on the skin. I am really happy to have it in my collection. Definitely a blush I do not have shades of. It's not something I purchased, like this type of shade. And then these are highlighters. One of them is a like a blush topper. This is by Haus Labs. The formula of these, the Bio Gel, is just so good, you guys. Bio Radiant Gel highlighters, they're so good. And this is in the shade Fire Opal. This is a blush to a blush topper on me. Definitely not a highlight. It's a little bit too deep, but it's stunning. Coming out. Let's go ahead and talk about the highlighters, I guess, and then we'll talk about the palettes. For cream highlighter, I had the Westman Atelier Liquid Super Loaded, and this is in the shade Peu de Pêche. This was gorgeous as a primer on my skin before going in with foundation. It's still not the same as Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, which I finished. So it's not exactly the same. This is definitely more highlighter type. It doesn't add much coverage, where the Charlotte Tilbury, like you could use it, you can get a little bit of coverage with it. This does not. It's just a beautiful glowy product all over the skin. If you use it all over the skin or just the high points of the cheeks. Beautiful, beautiful product. Happy to have that. Well, let's talk about the palettes. Oh, wait. We're talking about highlighters. Why am I jumping to palettes? Let's talk about the other 3 highlighters that were in here. I had the Christian Dior. This is the Dior Forever. And this is in the shade 03 Pearlescent Glow. So this gives you that kind of like glowy veil. If you have, or if you've tried the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm, this is pretty much the same thing. I love it. You can see. Oh, this is like adding diamonds to your face. There. So pretty. It was so appropriate for holidays. I would wear this to work, honestly. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah. The next highlighter we had in here, we had MAC. This is Snow Flushed, and this is one of the Extra Dimension Skin Finish highlighters. It's definitely a holiday highlighter. It is, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It is so pretty. I love the bow here. I love the shade of this one. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to have used it some more. Now, the last highlighter in here is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Incandescence. I did have to like use a stiffer brush to kind of like get this product out of here and like to show up on my skin. It does have that bouncy formula, so it's, you know, very kind of like subtle and really melts into the skin when you use it. Trying to like swatch it, but I'm not having very good luck swatching it right now. Anyway, it's a beautiful product. It's definitely different from other highlighters I have in my collection. I don't have a bouncy highlighter like this. I do have one from ColourPop, the Super Shock highlighters. I guess I should use that. All right, moving along. Let's do the duo and then we'll do the palette. The duo is by Charlotte Tilbury. You guys, I'm so happy I picked this guy up. I wasn't considering it until like I went into a store and I swatched it. This is so pretty. The blush in here is just gorgeous. So pretty. And then the highlighter too is really, really pretty. I'm happy to have it, and it's so cute and compact. I really enjoyed that since I, you know, touched it. See, it's so pretty. And now the one product that I just loved and I felt like I do not want to stop using it is this Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Daria palette. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. This is so pretty. I loved it. I really, really did. I think the only product that I really didn't reach for much would be this one here. Not for any particular reason. I just fell in love with this cream blush over here. It's so pretty. The cream blush, the cream highlighter. This one is kind of like a blush topper, and the highlight itself was gorgeous. And this is more kind of like that diamond or pearlescent highlight from Christian Dior. So pretty. I do love these, and they're just so pretty on the around the holiday season. I'm so happy I actually reached for this palette. It had been sitting in my drawer for so long, waiting its turn to be loved. I definitely loved it. There's that one product I swatched. It's so gorgeous. Okay, we did have one other product in here, and this is by Can Make. I did use this guy as a cream bronzer one time. I felt like it did not last on my skin very long. It was very what am I trying to say? By the end of the day, it had kind of a little bit disappeared, which is fine. This cost me like a couple dollars. And I do like the formula of it. I feel like it's super blendable and super creamy. Could be the reason why it did not last long on my skin. Like it kind of vanished by the end of the day, but it's okay. It worked for a few hours and it looked pretty and it was easy to use. Let's go ahead and talk about eyeshadow palettes. I had quite a few in here. Yeah, I had quite a few. Let me go ahead and pull those out. I don't think I had, oh, I'm like, I don't think I had any other ones because I hadn't seen this one all the way in the back. Let's start with this guy. This is the NARS, what's it called? Endless Nights eyeshadow palette. This was an Ulta exclusive for the holidays, and oh my gosh, oh, so pretty. You can tell which shades I reached for the most. Yes, that shade in the center of the palette is so pretty all over the lid, and then topped with this one. The mattes in here are beautiful. They don't muddy up, they don't blend into nothing. I loved it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it back out. We had, oh, I had not used and loved this palette as much as I did this time around. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity. First, second, I do not really remember at this point. Where does it fit into holiday releases by Pat McGrath? But this was a gorgeous palette. The one shade that surprised me the most was this purple over here. It's got some color to it, you guys. This is not just a purple you put on and like it vanish. No, this is, it's actually pigmented and it applies beautifully. Yeah, I loved it. I really, really loved it. I think this is still the only shade I have not used in this palette. I've used everything else. It's just, this shade just does not talk to me. It does not speak to me at the moment. Maybe in the future it will. All right, another stunning, stunning palette. This is by Clionadh Cosmetics. This was sent to me, like, I want to say the bottom two rows were sent to me by my friend Valerie, and then the top row were gifted to me. It will amp up any look. These are beautiful. If you have not tried Clionadh, this is your chance. Go get it. We had the Natasha Denona Retro palette. This was sent to me by my friend Sarah. And oh my God, I love it. I really, really, really love it. I currently have it in a project for a certain amount of uses because I just really was not ready to put it away yet. So she's in a project now. It's a beautiful palette, you guys. I love the pinkiness, the burgundy, like this shade over here and this shade. So pretty. And then this shimmer and this shimmer. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I used the same finger I used for purple. It's okay. I guess these two would look so good together too. Yeah. So she's currently in a project. She still has a couple uses, but not in here. I had a couple more, you guys. Let's talk about Danessa Myricks. This is the Lightworks Volume 3. I only used one of the shades that was in here, which was okay because I pulled this guy and just kind of like the Clionadh to amp up any other look. I wish I should have used it a little bit more, but I didn't do any crazy looks for the holidays. We didn't go anywhere. We live in an area where people come here to look at the lights. I live in like one of those crazy circles, so didn't go anywhere. We did sit outside, look at lights and all, like look at the people driving by, walking by, but I did not reach for it. The only thing I used was this Polaris shade, and it's a beautiful creamy shade. The other shades I didn't reach for. I am gonna go ahead and put it back into my collection, but this is a palette. I feel like it would be a nice companion palette to quite a few other palettes. And I just love the box. I love this, was it kind of like snake skin or crocodile skin? I just like it. Ooh, my lippy fell. coming out. 3 more eyeshadow palettes. One is by Rowan, and this is the 52 degrees one. I think I only used 2 of these shades. I used this one and this one. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely creamy. It's a little bit stiff. I don't know if it's I just did not scrape off the top layer properly. So like now the product, it kind of feels a little bit stiff. But with my finger or like a stiff brush, I can apply it to the lid and then blend it out with my finger. I like these Rowan palettes. They're compact, they're nice. They have that extra little something because the products are just, I mean, they're glowy. They're glowy beautifulness. Look at that. That's like an all over the lid shade. I mean, it's stunning. Anyway, this is coming out as well. We're almost there. I hope you guys grabbed some snacks, grabbed a drink or something, because it's going to be another long Shop My Stash video. Charlotte Tilbury. This is Celestial Pearl? Yeah, Celestial Pearl. This is so pretty. It reminds me quite a bit of Pat McGrath eyeshadows, those like topper shades. This one's these two especially, or this one the mainly. I do really enjoy this palette. I played with it quite a bit. So here she comes. And then we have the Star Wars eyeshadow palette. This is the Sith Seduction. These are gorgeous shades. Gorgeous, gorgeous, super impactful shimmers. Really pretty. They kind of remind me of the Cleona Cosmetics eyeshadow, like this specific palette. This shade, really remind me of the Cleona. They're kind of creamy, but they're not cream products. So, loved it. Let's talk about single shadows. I had a couple in here. I had these 3. I did not use this one, so I'm gonna keep this one in here. I had these 2. These are by Can Make, and one is in the shade 02, one is in the shade 06. These looked really pretty on the eyes. I did really like the 06 a little bit more than the 02. I just felt like it had a little bit more color, where the 02 was just a veil of shimmer kind of thing. I don't mind at all. I really enjoy it. But if I was going for a single shadow look, I would go with the 6, not the 2. The 2 would be really pretty on top of another eyeshadow. The other single shadow I had in here was the Marc Jacobs, what is it called? This is the Sequins, and this is in the shade Topaz Flash. I love this thing. This is such a beautiful, beautiful single shadow. One of my favorite single shadows in my collection. Just the shifting colors that it has. The formula itself is gorgeous. So she is coming out. Let's see, did I have any? I don't have any new eyeliners or mascaras. I do have, oh, I had one more shadow. Forgot about that. I did pull this guy in. This is by Benefit, and this is the Brow Setter. I had a different brow gel in here, which was by Melt Cosmetics. It was good. The first couple of times I used it, but then a little bit later on, it just, it looked bad in my brows by the end of the day. My husband was like, your brows look sick. Like, what's going on? Why are they flaky like that? So we pull this guy in its place, and I'm decluttering the Melt makeup one. The other single shadow that was in here is by Danessa Myricks, and I felt like these kind of dried out a bit. I had a hard time picking them out with a brush. I kind of like was a little bit upset about it. Like you can tell, it's definitely dried out a bit. Not a big deal. Like I can use Duraline and revive it, but they're not cheap, and they're so pretty. Nice flaky chromes, and I close it really well. So anyways, coming out. For lippies, you guys, I did use these, and I used the massive amount that I had, and I might have added to it as well. So you're gonna have to excuse me. This is one I added, and I cannot wait to tell you about it. I'm gonna move it to the side. The lippies that were in here, the ones that are coming out, I think most of them are coming out, if not all. I did use all of them except this next one. But let's talk about those lippies. Let's talk about glosses first. I had one more. I had the She's Expensive by Patrick Ta, which I do want to finish this year, so it's in a different box. These three in here, I love them. Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, favorite, and the same with Pat McGrath. I really like her lip gloss formulas. I feel like they actually have color to them. They're a little bit thicker, but not so thick that they're uncomfortable on the lips. And then the shades that I had, Secret Lover and Aphrodisiac. So these are coming out. For bullet lipsticks, I had a couple too. All right, for bullet lipsticks, we had Charlotte Tilbury Patsy Red, gorgeous bullet lipstick red. MAC Cosmetics, and this is Rouge on Snow. Oh my gosh, another really pretty red. Look at that. It's cool tone red for sure. The Patsy one, let me show you. It's more of a neutral red, but it's so pretty. I had two by Pat McGrath. This guy is Negligee, and this was the collab with Bridgerton. That was like the first collab. I love this shade. I love the formula of their cream lipstick by Pat. I have another one, and this is in the shade Christy. This is a matte. This is my perfect nude. So when I don't know what to wear for a nude lippy, that's the one I use. And this was really pretty too. This is by Give, and this is in the shade Stomp Box. This is a creamy formula. It's so gorgeous too, you guys. Really, really pretty. Really comfortable on the lips. And then I had a Huda lipstick, which broke on me, but it's okay. It's a pretty shade. Had no problems with that. I just had to be careful not to roll it too much. We had a lip crayon, and this is by Lipstick Queen, and this is in the shade Rear View Mirror. It's super glowy, super shiny lipstick. Like your lips look like lip lacquer on them. We had some lip pencils. We had the Milani Cafe au Lait. Really pretty, very cool contouring lip liner. I had the Work of Art. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Work of Art lip liner by Tower 28. I really enjoyed this guy. Really enjoyed it. The formula is really nice. And then I had a Smashbox red liquid lip liner, and this is in the shade Be Legendary. This worked really well with all the reds that I had. And this lipstick by Smashbox, I bought these as a duo. I love this lipstick. It's so pretty. This is the Always On liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Bawse, B-A-W-S-E. Really loved it. This is another one that I really liked, and I just kind of did not want to stop using, but this is by Nabla, a beautiful like gelish bullet lipstick lip crayon kind of thing. Gorgeous. I love the packaging. Super luxe. And then the last two that I had in here, this is Forever Famous by Dior. This is the, oh my gosh, Forever Liquid. Such a beautiful color, more brick red. And then this one I honestly did not use. This is the NYX Smooth Whip. Maybe I'll keep this in here for next time. I did get this as a Christmas gift, and I cannot wait to tell you about it. This is by Violet FR, I want to say, because she's French, and this is the Bisou Balm Sheer Matte Lipstick. This is a matte lip balm. I got it from my friend who does not wear makeup, but she bought me this. Let me show you the shade. Oh man, I totally destroyed the box. I have used it, but I wanted to put it back in the box so I can show you guys. I had not seen this, but she said that she's seen the ads on Instagram and she wanted to buy some for herself, so she got me one. Very sleek, very beautiful. And let me show you. Look at that. If this is not a shade for me, it's a matte balm, so it's not a like a bullet lipstick, so don't expect it to be super intense. But it looks so pretty on the lips, and it kind of leaves a stain. So like the more you wear it, like the more you reapply, the deeper your lips look. I fell in love, and I'm considering a few more shades from her. Not anytime soon, since I'm on a no-buy. Yes, I am doing a no-buy, you guys. What a great place to talk about my no-buy, other than my shop, my like this is the place to talk about my no-buy, right? Because you know, I have a ton, I have a lot, I have so much new that it just made sense. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything away, and then we'll go ahead and shop my stash for new items. I have a lot of new makeup, and it's not all in my new makeup drawer. But I'm gonna pick a couple, and then yeah, we'll go from there. All right, we're at the new makeup drawer. Your eyes are not fooling you, it's actually exploding. Yes, I have so much new makeup, don't even know where to begin. I had selected some items already to use. I'm definitely gonna use these. And can you believe I still, other than like my intro video when I hauled this Hourglass palette, I haven't used it yet. I've used the other one, but not this. And so I'm pulling that in. That's the jellyfish, and I believe I had the jellyfish like inside as well. And I have Pat McGrath, the new Pat McGrath Mothership 11. Finally picked that up. So I'm pulling that in, and I'm also pulling in this Benefit blush. I got this during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty in March of last year. It's in the shade Shelly. We're using that. For sure, these three up on top here. And then I just went through my closet, through all the new makeup in here. Not all. There's quite a huge portion in my closet. Mainly lippies. Let me know if you'll be interested to see all the new lippies I have that I haven't even used. I'll film a video for that. And yeah, so I threw a bunch of other stuff in here. There are a couple lippies I bought from Pat McGrath during the holidays. She had these for $12 each, I want to say. So I picked up 3 shades. I actually picked 4, and then my friend was really interested in one, so I gave it to her. I don't know if I want to pull some of these in. Maybe we should. Let me show you which ones I got. I'm trying to like align them. So we got Fembot, Her Majesty, and Rouge 8. I think I'll pull these 2 in, Her Majesty and Fembot. I love the packaging. Like, I love it. I wish I could just hold on to it, but it's so big. Okay, this one is going to go back into the stash for now. There's a lot of new stuff. I have quite a few eyeshadow palettes. I've got the Gemini 2 from Melt. I have some lippies from Ulta. Maybe I'll pick a couple of these. Maybe I'll do, let's do these 2 nude ones maybe. I opened it, but haven't used them yet. I opened it because I wanted to look at them, and they're just like glued onto here, so it took me forever to peel them off. Like they have some sort of tacky to keep them in place. So let's pull both of these in. Do they have a shade name? Yeah. This is called Showtime Lipstick, and this is called Secret Passage Lipstick. Okay, so one pinky and one on the nude side. Looks nice. Kind of reminded me of the Gucci lip balm lipsticks, right? Here we go. What else do we have? Have some, the other Pat McGrath palette. This was the holiday one. I have quite a bit of give. I ordered from her website during the holidays because she had 50% off site-wide. I know I got an eyeliner and, okay, lip liner, eyeliner, and a liquid lipstick in the shade is Cowgirl. I'm going to pull both of these in, or all 3 of them in. I also got 2 of her blush duos. To be honest, I've never tried them. Yeah, so it's been, you know, I haven't used them before Got this sent to me by my friend Mariella for Christmas. I'm so happy with it. Let me see, do I want to do that? What else do I have for eyeshadow? I have the Pat McGrath one. I have this one from House Labs, which I really have been wanting to play with. So this definitely gonna pull in. I think, ooh, I got this eyeshadow palette from Jane Ardell. It's so pretty. It's all shimmers though. I guess I don't really mind that. And do I want to pull one of these eyeshadow palettes, or do I want to save new for later? I kind of want to save some new stuff. I am on a no buy for a few months, so yeah, I want to save some new stuff for later. I think the only ones I'm not gonna pull in the Gemini either, so I'm only gonna do the Mothership 11 and the House Labs from New Makeup, and then we're gonna use some older stuff. What else are we gonna pull in? I do want to try these new blushes from Elf Cosmetics. I got the Elf Camo liquid blushes. I got the shades, what shades did I? Bronze Bombshell and Coral Crush. I think I will pull in, which one? Or both. I think I'm gonna pull both of them in. Why not? We'll do both liquid blushes. What do we have in here? It's like a treasure box. You just search and search and you find or you don't find. Have some more stuff from my trip to Japan. I don't think I'm gonna pull any of that. Let's see, maybe we'll pull this one in. It's a powder. That looks nice. Don't remember what I thought of it when I hauled it. So I have this, and I have this one, which I kind of thought might be similar to the Charlotte Tilbury powder. It felt like that formula, the what's it called? Her airbrush, is it called airbrush powder? It felt like that did, like super fun. Oh man, that feels amazing. So soft. I think I'm gonna pull this one in, this powder in. I think I'm gonna pull this baby in as well. This is by Etude. Is this by Etude? No, this is by Romand. The Universe glitter shadow. I think I'm gonna pull this in. This looks so pretty. A single shadow. What else? There's so much. It's in there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pull these in. These lippies in. These two, I'm gonna pull both of these in. This is by Pura Pura. They're both by Pura Pura. One is like a liquid lip, one is a stain or something like that. Ink Velvet and Ink Mood Glowy Tint. Pull both of those in. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this Kosas liquid highlighter in. Liquid illuminator. I really enjoyed it when I first purchased it, and I tried it. I was on travel actually, so I'm gonna pull it in, play with it some more. This is the Glow Ivy, and this is in the shade Illuminate. I think I'm gonna pull in a couple of these blushes, maybe just two of them. Let's see, let's do these two maybe. What shades do we have? We've got the shade 02 and 01 and 02. Do they have a shade name? I think they did, and I got rid of the box. Yeah, I definitely got rid of the boxes, so I don't know what the shades are, but 01 and 02. I might use Google Translate and see if that translates it, but I'm gonna pull these two in. I think that's gonna be it from here. Wow, I got a lot of blushes, you guys. I pulled in a lot of blushes, but it's all right. Do we have any highlighters? Yes, we do. My friend Mariella sent me this one. How did I forget? I've been wanting to try this for so long. This is by What's Up Beauty, and this is the Serengeti highlighter. And this is in the shade Wild Acacia. I hope I didn't butcher that. So I'm gonna do that. What else? I think that is it. Oh, I do have a highlighter. This guy. This guy. So I think I'm gonna use it. And I can get rid of this packaging. I think I'm gonna pull both of these in. These are by Laura Mercier. Wow, they're very reflective. All that sparkles. And then this is in the shade, where's the shade? Oof, what is the shade name? Oh, Strike a Rose. All right, that's it for new products. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and move on to primers. For primers, I really want to try those Can Make primers. I had a subscriber leave me a very nice comment, and she's telling me quite a bit about Japanese makeup, and she said that these are extremely popular. I did not know that. So I want to try them. I don't know which one is which. They're both sunscreen makeup base. I really don't know the difference. I want to say one was illuminating and one was not, was just an everyday primer. So I'm gonna just go on a wild guess and pull one in. I'm gonna go ahead and pull in the blue one, because whatever, it's we're gonna play with it, or we're gonna find out what it's all about. So I'm gonna pull that one in, and I really want to try. Ooh, I kind of really want to try my Nabla primer. I haven't tried it yet. See, I have a ridiculous amount of new stuff. Or what other primers can I play with? Let's see. What do we have? Elf brought those back, so let's bring this one in. Okay, I'm gonna move on to setting sprays. Okay, for setting sprays and primer mists, what do I want to play with? It's been a long time since I've used this one. Let's do it. Let's do the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist by e.l.f. I'm gonna use this, and maybe for a primer mist, I will try out this guy by what's it called? Dewy Milk Mist by Patrick Ta. Is this Shake Well Mist All Over Face for a dewy luminous glow. I'm gonna try it, give it a shot as a primer mist. All right, that's it from here. I'm not gonna go into lippies right now. Let's do some older eyeshadow palettes. All right, drawer number 1. Do I want to pull in anything from here? Any older eyeshadow palettes that I want to play with from here? Let's see, what do I want to play with? Let's do the Mandalorian, the little Star Wars by ColourPop. Yeah, or the Child by ColourPop. I'm gonna play with this one. Okay, we have 2 more drawers. Let's move on. Here we are. From this drawer, I think I want to play with what do I have here? Ooh, Dominique Essential Palette. Oh my god, I had to pull that in. I cannot believe that. I haven't played with it since I purchased it. Which other ones I want to play with? I'm kind of considering one of the Patrick Ta's. I guess on Patrick Ta, Kick, and e.l.f. Major Dimension 1 and 2. Maybe number 2. But I want to take a look at what's in the drawer below. Is there something I want from here instead? I think I'm gonna do the Patrick Ta 2, and let me see these over here.
Recharging.
The baby retro, that was so pretty. This one is really pretty too. The mini retro. What else do we have? That is Natasha Denona too. You know, I'm gonna do this one because it's got a blush and a highlight too. This is not Natasha Denona Glam Face, and this is the light. Let's pick out a foundation or a few foundations. I really want to play with the House Labs, so I'm gonna pull this one in for sure. I also would like to, let's see, do I want Clé de Peau or do I want, how about we do Kosas? It's been a long time since I used it. So let's do Kosas and House Labs. This is what shade? Neutral, light medium neutral 200, and this is in the shade 220. I'm gonna do the 200, shade 200. For concealers, let's see. I think I'm gonna pull this one in. The NARS eye brightener, I really love that one. I'm gonna pull that in. And then how about we do the NARS concealer with it? So I'm gonna do this guy. And let's see. You know, because I feel like these are a dupe for each other, I think I'm gonna pull both in. I'm gonna pull these. All right, let's get some powders. Okay, for powders, we pulled in one pressed powder. It looked very, like it's gonna have quite a bit of coverage, so I'm gonna get something light. I'm gonna do Givenchy. This is the Prisme Libre, and this is in the shade 3. And what else? No, I think I'm gonna give this guy a shot. This is by Terry, and this is in the shade 0 Colorless. I remember it went everywhere when I used it before, but I want to play with it again. I want to see what I think about it. And then I'm gonna do one more powder. I'm gonna do a pressed powder. I'm gonna do this Dior one. And my friend reminded me of it recently, so I'm gonna play with it. This is 2N. And that will be it for powders. I don't think that I'm gonna pull in any single shadows. Let's go ahead and pull in maybe a face palette. We have a face palette, so we don't need that. We have the Hourglass. Let's do bronzers. I don't think we pulled in any yet. Okay, for bronzers, I do want some creams. So I'm gonna pull in one of my nude sticks, one of them. What do we have? We've got Sunkissed, Manila, Terracotta Tan, and Bondi Bay. I think since I'm at my lightest, actually, I kind of want to do the Sunkissed shade. Yeah, Sunkissed shade. I'm gonna do that one. I think I'm also gonna pull in this one, Makeup by Mario, and this is in light medium. This is that soft sculpt one. I did really enjoy this one. I haven't played with it enough, so I'm gonna do that. Now for powder bronzers, I think we'll do let's do LYS. I still really want their cream stick. I could just never find it online. It's sold out. I'm gonna do that one, and I'm gonna do one more bronzer. How about, ooh, let's do Ilya. This is in the shade Sunken, Drawn In. Let's do that. So that's how many bronzers? 4. I don't think I have any at all. So I guess we can do one more. 5 bronzers. Oh, there's a bronzer in the Hourglass palette. I think we're good. Or one more. Okay, one more. You're twisting my arms. Let's do Charlotte Tilbury, or no, I'm gonna do Milani. Wow, I'm gonna do this guy. This is in the shade 03 Suntan. Wow, I have not used this in so long. Oh my goodness, let's do it. Blushes, I have quite a bit. I have 2 creams. I have, what, 3 powders? Maybe 1. Only 1 blush. Alrighty, for the blushes. Oh my gosh, this drawer is so pretty. So pretty, but wow, it's packed. It's packed to the rim. There's no lying about it. Let's see, for blush, this is just like where dreams come true, you know. What do you want to look like? You want to look like a Barbie doll? You want to look like freshly blushed from the snow? You want to look like, oof, you're hot? What do you want to look like? This is it for me. I don't think I've played with this guy enough. This is the Rouge Blush by Dior. I can never say that. Rose Montaigne. I'm not sure how you say it, but that's the one we're going to pull in. I played with it when I first picked it up, but then I haven't reached for it enough. Oh, God, look at, I mean, that just, oh, makes me happy. I'm going to do this guy. You know, and I really think that I'm going to do this one. This is by Sicily. This is very like blush slider, so I'm going to pull this one in. This is in the shade 6 Passion. Again, I haven't played with it since like I purchased it. I do want to play with it, so I'm going to do this one as well. That's it. Let's do highlighters. Okay, for highlighters, I pulled in 1 cream, 1 liquid. I'm pretty sure there's highlighters in the palette by Hourglass, but let's do some highlights as well. I think I'm gonna do this one, Chanel. That is beautiful. I think I'm gonna pull this one in. I have a little bit of OCD, just a little tiny bit. Okay, how about we do, I'm gonna do one of these. This one, I've been thinking about it. This is by Fenty. This is kind of like that cream thing. This is in the shade, it's a Diamond Bomb, and this is in the shade Fenty Glow. This is so beautiful. Look at that. I'm gonna do this one. And how about we do, I'm gonna do by Mario. This is shade Honey. Or this guy is so gorgeous by House Labs. What about this one by Pat McGrath Labs? This is the Sublime Skin Highlighter in Lunar Nude. Oh, I'm gonna do this. And one last highlighter. What are we thinking? How about we do one of the Nabla ones? I'm gonna do Amnesia. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back in the door and we'll do swatches. Alrighty, guys, I went ahead and put everything back in the door. It is a couple days later, and actually I am going to go ahead and add one more eyeshadow palette to here. It's a Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Lightwork Volume 5. I received this in my Beautylish bag. I actually just filmed that video. So I was like, I get up a little into Shop My Stash. So we're going to be swatching this one as well. We're going to play with it this time around. Let's go ahead and talk about the products that are in here. I'll start with primers. And then, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll do some swatches along the way. For primers, I pulled in two. The first one is e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I just remembered it because e.l.f. just re-released it once again for another limited edition, or limited, you know, for a limited time. I just make it permanent. Just do that. Anyway, so I'm gonna play with that one. And I pulled in the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV primer. I do want to squeeze a little bit out because I don't remember. I purchased two, and I want to say one was supposed to be illuminating and one was just like, you know, a normal everyday primer. Ooh. Okay, so this is definitely not the illuminating, but it feels nice. It feels like a nice hydrating primer. Yeah, I hope it, ooh, feels really nice actually, now that it's sunk into the skin. Okay, let's talk about foundations. I pulled in two foundations for this time. I have the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation, and I have this one in the shade 200 light medium neutral. Mine says expired 07/2023. I'm gonna say that's probably the SPF, which I never rely on, but I'm so excited to play with this again. It's been a long time since I used it, and I remember I used to really enjoy it. The other foundation is my House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I have the shade, what shade do I have? Where's the shade? This is in the shade 200 light medium neutral. Interesting, light medium neutral on both of them, and they're both shade 200. All right, that's cool. I love this foundation. It looks so pretty on my skin. I'm so excited to play with it again. For concealers, I have a color corrector. Let's start with that. This is by NARS, and this is the I think they call it brightener. This is light reflecting eye brightener, and I have it in the shade Golden Eye. This guy is amazing, you guys. I had missed it. It's needed just a little tiny bit of this. It spreads really nice, but it has a great coverage, and then it plays really well under concealer, so I've never had issues with my concealer going on top of it. I'm looking forward to playing with that. And my concealers for this time around, I really feel like Neutrogena is duping NARS with this. They're both called the Radiant Cream. NARS one is called Creamy Concealer, whereas the Neutrogena says Radiant Cream Concealer. From the NARS, I have the shade Custard, and from Neutrogena, I have the shade Sugar Light 3. It's a lot lighter than it looks in the tube. Like when I put it on my skin, it's definitely lighter than this. And that's just, I don't know, I feel like it looks really dark here in the tube. Anyway, I love the NARS one, and I've used the Neutrogena a couple times before. It is really good. I felt like maybe the formula is a little bit thicker than the NARS, but now I want to play with them side by side, so I'll be able to tell what I think about them. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about powders. For powders, I pulled in four. I have by Terry. This is the Hydra Care Setting Powder, and this is in the shade 0 Colorless. It used to not be my favorite, but I haven't reached for it in over a year. So I do want to play with it, and I want to see what I think about it. I remember that it just goes everywhere. I really remember that. The other powder is by Givenchy, and this is the Prisme Libre. And this is in the shade 3, Voile Rosé. I had missed it, so I'm really happy to have it in here and to use it again. It's a beautiful powder. I use it to set my under eye area, and I just love it. The other two powders One is by Muji. I did pick this guy up when I was, you know, in Japan. Again, I keep saying that. But it reminded me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. So I want to see if it's comparable or not. I think this might have a little bit more coverage than Charlotte Tilbury did, because this is sold as a powder foundation. It is SPF 30, PA+++, just in case you're curious. And then from Dior, I have the Backstage Perfecting Translucent Powder, and I have it in the shade 2 Neutral. I enjoyed this quite a bit, or I did when I was playing with it. So I do want to use it again. I want to see what I think about it. My friend Mariella kind of reminded me of it recently. So I'm like, okay, I gotta play with that. All right, let's go ahead and move along. Should we do, let's do bronzers, I guess. I have a couple cream bronzers. I pulled in Sunkissed by Nude Sticks. This is one of the Nudies matte. It's been a while since I used this. I remember this looked a little bit more like what am I trying to say? Like a blush bronzer. It's a nice shade. It's definitely more warm tone. What other bronzers did we pull in? We pulled in by Mario, Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and I have it in the shade Light Medium. I really like the formula of this guy. It's very thin, so it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Significant differences. Definitely more of a blush bronzer. Okay, the other bronzer we pulled in is by LYS. This is the No Limits matte bronzer, and this is in the shade Motivate Light. It's a light shade. Okay. There. We've got Ilia. This is a Drawn In Night Light Bronzing Powder. I haven't used the Ilia one in so long. I do really like it. And we have Milani bronzer. This is in the shade 03 Suntan, and this is the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. Feels so nice. Still feels really good. And here are all the bronzers for this time around. All right, let's go ahead and move along. Let's move on to blushes. I have a couple liquid blushes. I have a cream, and I've got a couple in here. So we've got blushes. Let's do some swatches. I think I want to do the powders first because I don't want to have to worry about the creams. Okay, I used this today, and oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty on my skin tone. I am in love. This is also by Muji, and this is in the shade 01. I don't really remember what the shade name was, but this guy is stunning. And then here's the shade 02. I haven't used this on my skin yet. Okay, definitely a lot more pink. Okay, let's do Shelly by Benefit. Oh, Shelly's really pretty. Really pretty. All right, let's go ahead and do the cream blushes. I'm gonna do the Sicily. This is Fido Blush Twist. I don't know, am I saying that right? This is in the shade 6 Passion. This is more of a blush highlighter, definitely. But it's stunning. It's got a beautiful glow. And then let's do e.l.f. Camel Liquid Blushes. I picked up the shade Coral Crush. Okay. Ooh, wow. That's a lot of blush. Don't need that much for a little swatch. Ah, that's such a pretty shade. Oh my. Feels nice. Blended out nicely. Okay. I'm excited to try these. And then I got the shade, ooh, what shade is that? Bronze Bombshell? Ooh, that looks quite a bit like that sun-kissed shade from Nude Sticks. You know, that kind of like bronzer blush thing. So pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, you guys. I've had such a rough day, and I told my friend that. And so when I saw her, when we were picking up the pickup line at school, she came to my door and was like, I'm sorry I had a bad day. So happy. So I'm gonna share it with you if I can open it. Oh man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, cheers to some tequila. Not gonna lie, it would be a lot better in a margarita. Whew. Let's do highlighters, you guys. Let's move on to highlighters. I'm gonna do, well, I pulled in Kosas Glow IV Vitamin Infused I just took that shot. It's not enough time for it to kick in and make me drunk. Why can't I speak? Kosas Glow IV Vitamin Infused Skin Enhancer, and I have the shade Illuminate. I really like this. I really, really liked it, you guys. I purchased it. I was on travel, and I used it when I was actually traveling under my foundation. And then I just came home and I never used it again, which was like, what the heck? It is so pretty. I love the glow it has. I just love it. I love glowy products, and I like that. All right, other highlighters we pulled in quite a bit. Ooh, I had another blush. I forgot about it. Okay, let's do the highlighters and then I'll go back to that blush. We'll do the face palette with it too. For highlighters, the other highlighter I pulled in is by Fenty Beauty, and this is one of the Diamond Bombs. This is in the shade Fenty Glow. It's so beautiful, you guys. You gotta really like these to enjoy it. Like that just veil of glow, you know, shimmer. It doesn't have a whole lot of pigmentation. Like this one has a little bit of a bronzy reddish undertone, but the gold on here, oh my goodness, so gorgeous. So that's the first one. The other one is by Laura Mercier, and this is the Blush Color Infusion, All That Sparkles. I want to say this is a highlighter. This cannot be a blush on me. I haven't tried it out since I picked it up. I hauled it and that was it. So, okay. It's like a blushy highlight. I could see it. Hope it looks really good on my skin tone. It looks like it would be very suitable for a lighter skin tone. Like maybe much lighter. But it's all right. Let's see. We've got Amnesia by Nabla. This is definitely loved, you guys. Really, really loved. Is beautiful. I love the texture of these. I really, really like the fact that they do not show texture on my skin. We've got from What's Up Beauty. This is the Serengeti highlighter in the shade Wild Acacia. I really wanted this guy, and my friend Mariella got it for me, so gifted it to me. Thank you, Mariella. Part of me doesn't want to touch it because I'm like, but the bear is gonna get, ooh, that's pretty. The bear's gonna be upset with me, but we're just gonna do it. That's pretty. I feel like it feels kind of, what's the word, like more powdery than like creamy. But I think that would look really pretty on my skin tone. I probably would enjoy the pink side a little bit more than the icy side. But look at that embossment. Oh, so pretty. Gorgeous. It's going back in the box. No judging, please. Two more highlighters. We have Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter, and the shade is Lunar Nude. You guys, did you see the new collection she's coming out with for Valentine's Day? The Love one. I want that highlighter so bad. I wonder if it's the same shade. I don't think it's the same shade, but it reminded me a lot of this one, like the embossment on this one, but that has Cupid on it. And this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. I so want her new highlighter, and I really would like that eyeshadow quad too, but I'm on a no-buy, like I said earlier. So unless my husband actually purchases it for me for Valentine's Day, I won't get it. Chanel highlighting powder in the shade is Ivory Gold. This is really pretty. This is kind of like a little bit like the Fenty Diamond Glow Bomb, but with a little bit more of a color. It's got those very, very beautiful, like shimmery, they're not like chunks of glitter. They're just gorgeous, beautiful. We should make it a game. Like every time I say the word, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, we take a shot. Or if I say, oh my God, I cannot wait to play with this. I've noticed I say that quite a bit when I'm filming my videos, when I'm talking to you guys, but I have no other words to describe the beautifulness of things. So hope you don't hate it. But yeah, we should do it a shot. Do it a shot. Make it a game. Every time I say that, we take a shot. Okay, like I said, I have one more blush to swatch, and then we'll swatch the palette, the face palette by Hourglass. This is from Dior, and for the life of me, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Rose Montaigne? I don't know. Any little French I knew 20 years ago is just gone now. Gone. It's pretty. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. I'm looking forward to playing with it. I wish it fit in here. All right, let's move along to the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, the Jellyfish. If I'm being honest with you, I think I kept the jellyfish package, like the jellyfish packaging with the jellyfish inside. I don't think I changed the inside. We've got a bronzer, two blushes. I would say it's kind of like what? Blush topper. One of these is probably a highlight, and one is a finishing powder, possibly. Yeah, no, both are finishing powder. Opal Strobe Light is number 3. So this is the highlighter, 2 finishing powders, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. We're just gonna swatch them. We're gonna go for it. Ooh, I haven't played with this one since I hauled it, you guys. It's embarrassing. That's the reason why I'm going on a no-buy. Because I don't use my products. I don't love them enough. I mean, how pretty is that? Let's move on to what I put in here. I put in a new eyeliner, and this is by Gwen Stefani. This is the Give Line It Up 24-hour gel pencil eyeliner, and I got the shade Settle Brown. I don't know if this is like the shimmery brown or the Ooh, that's a pretty brown. That's a very nice neutral brown. That's going to be so pretty as a tight line. Oh, that's gorgeous. Let's talk about single shadows and then we'll do the eyeshadow palettes. For single shadows, I have two. Both are by Laura Mercier. One is in the shade Rose Gold and one is in the shade Strike a Rose. This is a Rose Gold. And this is Strike a Rose. Ooh, I really like that. I absolutely like that. This would be such a good combo with that brown eyeliner, kind of like smudge it out a bit. Do these on the lid, out of a bit. Nice. And then we have the single shadow from Romand, and this is in the shade, oh shoot, I got rid of the box. Darn it. And this is the shade 05. Ooh, that's gorgeous. That's gonna be so pretty. I'm gonna swatch it over here. Oh man. Oh, that's so pretty. Can you imagine that all over the eyelid? Oh, that is so pretty. I gotta say though, this one little single shadow was pretty pricey. It was almost for the price of one of their eyeshadow palettes, but now I see why, because it's stunning. My oh my, like that is so pretty. That is gorgeous. Okay, let's talk about the eyeshadow palettes now. Like I said, this just arrived, the Nessa Myricks Beauty. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to play with it. I was so happy to see this in my lucky bag. Like, so happy, you guys. I had bad FOMO. I was kind of like mad at myself I didn't purchase it before the holidays were over and before I went on my no buy. And I love her eyeshadows. So we've got soft energy, bold energy, and grounding energy. So many beautiful shades. I'm gonna do resilient. How about we try evolving? Let's try this guy, strong, is beautiful. Oh, my, oh my. Loved. Oh, and it's all I am. So I am resilient, I am radiant, I am centered, I am protected, I am strong, I am loved. I love it. I love the message behind it. So many times in life we feel like we are none of those things. But we have people reminding us that we are. We are loved. We are strong. We are resilient. Look at that. Oh man. That shade Loved. Oh my God. And I'm not big on color, you guys. And you know me. I'm going to do some more swatches because how could I not? This was the one shade that I kept seeing swatches of. And abundant and inspiring. This is abundant. Holy moly. What is that? Healed. Beautiful. And invincible. Invincible feels like maybe flaky. Oh no. It's gonna be pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Wow. This shade, abundant. Whew. Gorgeous. All right, let's do a couple more. Where am I gonna swatch them? I'm gonna swatch them here. Let's do Unstoppable. Oh my gosh. Powerful. Oh, ho, ho. Unbreakable and Enough. I am unstoppable. I am powerful. I am unbreakable. And I am enough. Oh my gosh. Powerful. Look at powerful. How in the world? So pretty. I am so happy I got this palette. You have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead and put this baby back. I love it. I love the message. I love that it says I am, I am, I am. Every time I use it, I'm gonna have to read I am what. Oh, happy. Definitely really happy with this one. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to other eyeshadow palettes. I pulled in the Child, Mandalorian the Child by Colourpop. So let's swatch that. Going from Vanessa Myricks to Colourpop. All right, let's do this one. This is Precious Cargo. We have Right Hand Mando. Let's do this one, which is The Force. And let's do this green, which is in the shade Babyface. Wait, what happened? Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. It's an interesting shade. Really interesting shade. I think this would be kind of pretty. This one over here, it would be really pretty highlighting the under my brow. I haven't done that in a while. All right, let's watch a couple more from this one. I want to do this shade and do this one and this one. I really like greens. Pretty. The other eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. This is House Labs, and this is the volume 002, the super neutral. Sephora had these on sale recently for pretty darn cheap. So I don't know. I read some of the reviews and people said that they swatch better than they work. So I had purchased mine during the VIB sale, but then when Sephora put them on half off, I exchanged. Okay, I got 2 more shades in here, so let's swatch those. 1, 2. 1, 2. We've got Patrick Tall, Volume 2. This was gifted to me as well. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. This palette is so pretty and so me currently. I've been leaning towards those like rosy tones. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I haven't used it in so long. And why have I not done that? Okay, let's do this one last shade here. It's like they have texture. I wish a single shadow was like this. So disappointed. Anyways, I'm not gonna swatch the mattes. This is not a newer palette by any means, but it's, you know, it needs love from me. And then what else do we have? We've got one by Natasha Denona. We've got the one by Dominique Cosmetics, and we have Pat McGrath. Let's do Pat. This is the Mothership 11, which is the Sunlit Seduction. Oh, when she put it on sale during the holidays is when I finally pulled the trigger and picked it up. It is so, so pretty. This is gorgeous. Such girly, like, again, the pinks. What's going on with me in that? I don't know. I'm gonna swatch this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. We'll start with these. I know that people, I want to say that some people were kind of disappointed that this palette was the same price as her other palettes, but didn't have any of her special shades. I still think like this is gorgeous. I mean, look at this pink over here. This guy, stunning. Let's do the rest of the palette, or a couple more swatches. I'm gonna move on to this line. Okay. Pretty. I really like that. Both of these pinks are so pretty. And this. They feel so nice. Like I don't know how people can be upset. They still feel amazing. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. Look at this shade. That's beautiful. Let's do Dominique Cosmetics, and then we have the Natasha Denona Glam Palette, which is in the shade Light. Dominique, I haven't used it since I picked it up. Once again, like what's going on with me? This is the Essentials palette, right? Yeah, Essential palette. We've got Grateful, Pretty Kind, Que Linda, Affirmation, and compared to like doing Denessa Myrick and then Pat McGrath, these are kind of very, very subtle. There we go. Not mad about it. This is more of an everyday palette, and I know that. So, you know, it can't be all bam in your face. Sometimes you need pretty subtle and like, you know, appropriate for work or meetings or whatever. Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette, Eye and Cheek Essential. This is in the shade Light. I hated this blush. I hope that I find it to work a bit better now. Probably not. It might still be a pain in my rear. Look at the highlighter, is pretty. I love the shade of the blush. I just wish it wasn't so stinking stiff. Like so stiff. Okay, let's do the eyeshadows now. We've got Inner Corner, Transition, Crease, Outer Corner, and then Smoke. So Inner Corner, Transition, Crease, Outer Corner. I don't know that I'll ever put shimmery shade in my outer corner. I feel like I'm at the age where I just cannot do that. My eyes are starting to, you know, fold over. They have a fold. All right, let's talk about the lippies. We're going to start with this one. This is a matte lip balm, which is very, very interesting to me. But this is by Fleur. I want to say it's Violet. It's called the Bisou Balm. My friend picked this up for me. I think she saw it on Instagram. We have the Gwen Stefani Pout to Get Real Overlining Lip Pencil. I had a hard time with this one today because I wasn't sure what to do. It's a very interesting applicator, like, you know, it's very interesting shape, I should say. So the shade was pretty nice, but I was not sure how to use it without like breaking it or destroying it. It's a pretty nice shade again. What shade is this? Do Whatever. And I have her Me, You, Yours by Give. This is I'm Still Here Cowgirl liquid lipstick. I enjoy it. I'm wearing it today, and I hadn't been reaching for mauvey lips like this. I kind of pretty much decluttered everything I had, almost everything I had from this shade, but smells amazing and it's still on, and I had a few snacks. We've got these two by Ulta. These were in like a lip set around the holidays. This is the shade, what shade is this? Showtime lipstick. They feel pretty nice, very comfortable, very creamy. Really reminded me of the Gucci ones. And this is in the shade Secret Passage lipstick. I just hate that they use some sort of glue that I just cannot get off the dang bullet lipsticks. Very creamy, very neutral looking lippies. Really excited to play with them. These two are from Pura Pura. This is Mood, and this is the shade 03. I want to say this was a lip stain. Maybe. Yeah, looks like it might be a lip stain. And this is the Ink Velvet shade 36, which is Active Coral. I wore this yesterday. It's very coral on me. And then we've got this guy by NYX. This is the Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Cherry Cream. Ooh, this is bright. That's a bright color. I feel like both of these would have been better in the spring, but it's okay. From Pat McGrath, we have, this is Her Majesty. I want to say these are matte. Yeah. I'm like, I hope I purchased the matte. I have not swatched these yet. So Her Majesty. Ooh, that's pretty. Looks like a little bit lighter than Cowgirl by Give. That's really pretty. I'm just changing. Maybe I'm just getting older. I'm liking mauve tones now, or rosies. This is also by Pat, and this is Fembot. I want to say this is more neutral. Yep. Oop, there's my watch. Here we are. There it is. And these are all of my lippies for this time around. Like I said, it's not that many. I do have quite a few. I'm doing quite a few panning projects. There are quite a few lippies that I really want to finish this year. So I'm going to focus on that. If I end up like getting bored with these, which I really don't think that's going to be the case. So anyways, lastly, we have the primer mist. This is by Patrick Ta. This is Major Glow Dewy Milky Mist. I'm going to try it as a primer mist. And I have, looks like I really have to shake this thing. This is by e.l.f. This is the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I haven't used it in quite some time, so I'm going to play with it. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Shop My Stash video. If you did, please make sure to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And just leave me a comment, like, what are you most excited to be playing with this week? Or do you do Shop My Stash videos? Just any comment. Let's chat. Did you take a shot? Cheers, you guys. I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for being here, for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. I know these videos are long. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.